Hi Winston, this is for you. When you asked me why you couldn't hear the difference between lunch and launch, I smiled. It's a very honest question and one that many Chinese speakers share. If you speak Mandarin or most other Chinese dialects, you are missing some of the vowels that English uses. Your ears are brilliant, but simply not tuned to these sounds yet. So today we'll train them together, slowly, naturally, through real sentences, not just word lists. We'll practice three groups, the three groups of words that you asked me about. So group one is line, lane, lion, and lawn. Group two, loan, long, loin. And group three, lunch, launch, and lynch. Repeat with me, and everyone watching, listen first, then say it with me. Now, some example sentences first. We all stand in line somewhere, at a ticket counter, in a shop, or at a station. Please stand in line at the ticket counter. A lane? A lane is a narrow road or a marked path. Keep left, there is a bus lane. A lion, the king of the jungle, lies under a tree. A lion sleep under the tree all afternoon. A lawn. A lawn is the green grass in front of a house. I have a lawn. If you live in an apartment, then you don't have a lawn. Children were playing on the front lawn. Now let's put them together. The lion walked in a straight line across the lawn beside the lane. Can you hear the difference? The lion walked in a straight line across the lawn beside the lane. That's the rhythm you want. Each vowel has its own color. Listen again. Line, lane, lion, and lawn. So line is Line, but in the Chinese pinyin it might be Lai, correct? Line, lie, 你来这里 line. And then you have lane. Lane is Lane, but in Chinese the pinyin might be lei, lei, Leine, lane, lei, 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 lane. Okay, so line, lane. And then you have lawn, the green lawn in front of my house. Lawn, it sounds like law, L-O actually in Chinese pinyin. Lawn, law, L-O, law, lawn. So that's why you cannot pronounce it because it doesn't read like the Chinese pinyin. So line, lane, lawn, and lion. So lion is different because it has two sounds. So it's lion, lion. So in Chinese you might say it's lion, lion, lion. So when you repeat them, feel how your mouth shape changes. You can look at my mouth. Line, lane, lawn, like an O, lawn, and lion with an N in the end, lion. Let's move to the group 2 words now. So in this second group, one of the many difficulties that Chinese learners find is because the O sound doesn't exist in Mandarin. Lone means alone by yourself. Own, alone. He was the lone runner on the track at sunrise. You go jogging. Are you the lone jogger? At the time you jog? Alone, lone. The other word, Loan, is the same sound, although it's spelled differently. So lone, Lone, and Loan is the same sound but spelled differently. So alone is the money you borrow from the bank. She took a home loan to buy her apartment. Then we have long, which is the opposite of short. It has been a long day. I need a walk. It has been a long day. I worked a lot. The other one is loin, the opposite of lion. So instead of Lion, it's Loin. So it's loin. So it's loin, loin. Yes, that's just a cut of meat. The chef served grilled pork loin for dinner. And now all together. So we have the loin was long, but the loin was short. Say it again, slowly then faster. The loin was long, but the loin was short. Open the captions if you want to see how the word is spelled, because sometimes in English, there's what it sounds like is not how it's spelled. So say it again now faster. The loin was long, but the loin was short. So each word has its own melody. Loin is a glide. Long is a short, round sound. Long. And loin is a loin. Loan is a glide. Loan, loin. So loan, 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 long, long, loin. And if you can, record yourself, play it back, and you'll start to hear what you couldn't hear before. Now let's move on to the group 3 words. So you have lunch, launch, and lynch. But don't worry about lynch. Just lunch and launch will do at this time. Now the famous pair started with this lesson is lunch and loin. So lunch, you know, a meal, something we all need every afternoon. I usually have lunch with my workmates at 12 o'clock. Lunch or launch. That's to start something, to start or to send out something, to launch the rocket, to launch the program. So they will launch a new product next Monday. That's in business. Launch, start. So we'll just go with these 2 words. So the third word, if you're interested in, is lynch. That means to harm someone illegally. As you are a lawyer, you may like to learn this word too, but most other people will not come across this word. So lynch is a serious word. Its meaning is to harm someone illegally. So you can't use this casually. So now let's put it all together. We launch after lunch, but never lynch anyone. We launch, we started after lunch, after our food, but we never lynch anyone, we've never hurt anyone. So now say it clearly with me. Launch is round and long. Launch. Law is like law. Launch. Law. Law. L-O. So A-U here is like so L-A-U here is like L-O in the Chinese pinyin. So launch. Law. Law. Okay. Lunch? No, you don't have that sound in Chinese. So you have to learn it afresh, anew. Lynch is like lin, L-I-N, lin, lin, lynch. So let's practice together. Lunch, lunch, I eat lunch, I eat lunch. I launch the show. I start the show. I launch, 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 lunch, 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 and lynch, lynch, lynch. Now you have it. All 3 groups of words that sound similar but are different. So with the full sentences, this is a rhythm, this is a pattern. We can say, the lion walked in a straight line across the lawn beside the lane. So with all 4 words in the one sentence, the lion, straight line, across the lawn, beside the lane. Okay, the next group. The loan was long, but the loin was short. The bank loan was long. Doesn't sound right, but it's okay. The loan was huge. That's probably the correct phrase, but let's use it to practice. The loan was long, but the loin was short. Now, launch and lunch. We launch after lunch. Clear, plain, clear speech. That's it. Clear sound, natural rhythm, real context. So, Winston and every English learner watching, remember, Chinese vowels are short and steady. English vowels move. Sometimes they glide, they may stretch, other times they are short. English also finishes its words and don't drop the final N. But not loudly either. Say them softly but clearly, like loin, line, long. You don't need to sound British or American, just clear, confident, and easy to understand. Keep practicing, listen, imitate, record, and compare. When you can hear it, you can fix it. When you can fix it, you can connect. Thank you for your great question, Winston. It helped create a lesson that other people, thousands more, will benefit from.